Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hey, Oji, good morning.
Good morning, Leila.
Hello,
good morning, Dr. Mati. Good morning, Tundu. How are you?
You're so pretty.
You are beautiful. Oh. She was just complimenting me the whole time we're sitting here. How are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I really enjoyed the earlier segment of the show. Good job, guys.
Thanks.
All right. And good morning to you, viewers. We begin What's Trending today in Nigeria. A convicted internet fraudster have been placed under investigation for allegedly masterminding a mega scam from a maximum security prison worth at least $1 million. Hope Olusegun Aroke, who have been serving a 24-year jail sentence at a maximum security prison in Lagos, allegedly used a network of accomplices for the fraud, according to anti-corruption officials. However, a preliminary investigation found that he had access to the internet while he was in jail. In a statement yesterday, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, said it had received intelligence about Aroke's scam and had faced with the riddle of how he was able to continue to ply his ignoble trade from inside the Lagos prison. Following his arrest in 2012, the EFCC said the then Malaysia-based student was the arrowhead of an intricate web of internet fraud schemes that traverse 2 continents. Wow, this story is viral right now. I mean, there was recently an undercover investigative journalist who went to the maximum security prison, Kirikiri, that's what it's known.
His name is Fishayo.
Yes. And he uncovered so many issues that was going on in the prison. There was sodomy, there was corruption. Apparently, this guy has opened bank accounts while he was in prison. He had stayed in hotels while he was in prison, and also bought homes and have been living a lavish lifestyle while he was in prison.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand what could have happened.
Well, in addition, he attends, we're told, social functions.
Yes.
And he goes home regularly to meet with his wife and children, you know, and he runs bank accounts. He's allowed access to the internet. He even uses a phone while in jail. So when you refer to the fact that he was in jail, I thought, well, was he really in jail?
Or was he a visitor?
He was an occasional visitor, you know, to the correctional facility.
This is not a laughing
matter. But here, there is a clear indication of what was reported by Fishayo Shirombo, the investigative journalist, that there's a lot of corruption in our correctional facilities, that warders, prison officials just look the other way if you can pay the right amount.
Oh, my goodness.
And this particular guy, you know, is clearly a living illustration and confirmation of the rot described in the report by Fishayo Shirombo. So what is left? You know, government, this has been brought to government's attention. I think that there should be an investigation. And all the prison officials who allowed him to be living in the correctional facility as if he was at home, as if he was not serving time, should be identified and punished. Beyond that, there must be an overhaul of the prison system in Nigeria. You know that the Nigerian government changed the name of the prison. They're not supposed to be correction centers or whatever.
Correction services.
Nigeria Correction Services. But we can see, you know, that beyond changing the nomenclature, there's still a lot that needs to be done to ensure, you know, the right order in our correctional facilities in the country.
Absolutely. It's such a shame at this point. I mean, I don't know what
it's flabbergasting, but at the same time, it's not, because it's expected now, but it's still a shock. It's still such a shock.
Well, still in Nigeria, a video showing a boarding student at Queen's College in Lagos being manhandled by school staff and security officials because she was wearing eyelashes and painted her nails to school have gone viral on social media.
At his snap where we are going to video her.
I don't like this side. Snap her very well. Snap her.
I'm even videoing it.
Okay, let me take her home. The case that she went to bed. Which one is this?
I mean, go to the Wasi school. Oh, that's open to Wasi school.
Why is what?
Yes, that's her mother.
Let her go.
That is the end. Don't come back to Queen's College, Joe. That's the end. Madam.
Come back to Queen's College.
What's happening in your alma mater?
This is awful.
It's disgusting.
Queen's College, the school for the brightest and the best back in the day, frankly. If you didn't go to QC, sorry. But now, I'm horrified by this. My only hope is that those who were taking the video and saying don't come back to Queen's College, they had better not be staff of Queen's College or in any way associated with Queen's College. They had better just be passers-by. Because whatever this child, and she is a child, if you're in Queen's College, you are a child. Whatever she might have done, she's a minor with her eyelashes or her nail polish or whatever it is. She does not deserve to be filmed and have that go viral. That is really quite disgusting. And how to tell a child that they're suspended or expelled, it's a meeting in the principal's office. Not that I would know, because I never was, but it's a meeting in the principal's office with parents. It's not on the street. Oh, good riddance. I mean, this is
Don't come back to Queen's College.
What is the outrage about? I mean, don't they have a code?
She was wearing eyelashes.
She can't wear eyelashes and nail polish.
Don't they have a code on how to treat those types of situations?
The code, you don't need a code for that. She should not have even come to school looking like that. And if at all she did, she should have been told to go home and take it all off.
That's what I mean. Why did they have to manhandle her?
Because clearly there's no decorum.
Why did they have to touch her in the first place?
No, it also escalated because the mother got into some kind of altercation with the security guard, where the mother had the security guard holding him by the scruff of his neck. It just got very
messy. But we don't know the
messy.
full details of the story. Hopefully, it will come in.
But we do know she did not deserve that.
It was excessive for a child.
Home, dressing as if she was going to a party. Don't parents have a role to play here?
Yes.
Because her mother even went with her to the school.
No,
wearing long eyelashes with painted nails.
You're not allowed in Queen's College.
You know, I know schools where even if your child makes the mistake of coming to school with a phone, the school will seize the phone.
Yes.
You know, they insist on the kind of hairdo you must come to school with, either for boys or for girls. But you see, Queen's College, I mean, a distinguished institution, which has contributed a lot of prominent Nigerians, you know, in many fields of endeavor. I think something has gone wrong, not just with Queen's School, but also with many of our schools.
Yes.
And for many years, I mean, Queen's College remained, you know, a special school.
Yes.
But some of the stories we've been hearing from that school, say in the last decade, you know,
all the time.
is really very shocking.
Yes.
And I think that the Federal Ministry of Information, Education, Federal Ministry of Education, may need to take a look at not just Queen's College, but also unity schools, which were supposed to be special, well-preserved schools, you know, that government paid a lot of attention to. You know, I think the appropriate departments of government are no longer paying enough attention to some of those few schools that we can still...
But it's the lack of maintenance culture. Like I said, I will always claim QC like I graduated from there. I only went there very briefly, but it's such a big deal to have gone to QC. And today it's not. It's so sad.
But you know, there have been so many bad stories coming out of QC. Back in February 2017, they had a waterborne disease. 2 students died. Over 100 students were complaining of illness. And all they did was give them Panadol in school.
A complete breakdown of standards.
But QC then, this was the school... You literally had to have the best common entrance results, or you could not get into QC, frankly. But it was for the brightest girls, and now this is what it's deteriorated.
But to address your statement, Dr. Bati, about the mother coming to school with eyelashes and nails, it has nothing to do with that.
No, it's not the mother wearing the eyelashes.
Yeah, but you said the mother also came wearing eyelashes and she was in the school.
No, I didn't say the mother wearing eyelashes.
Okay, the girl was wearing eyelashes.
I wasn't criticizing the appearance of the mother.
But the issue also is that we don't know the full story of the reason why she was very angry at this point, the mother who was holding the security guard or whatever.
We don't know what caused that altercation.
I would think it's because they manhandled her daughter, and I would be outraged if that happened to my child. If you have to touch my child,
all you have to do is send her home to take those things off.
You just say, sorry, you can't come into school like this.
Ask her to remove the eyelashes right there. And clean up the...
Yes, that's all.
You're meant to even have matrons that have that stuff like, here, okay, take the nail polish remover.
But in any case, this is not an isolated case.
Which is really sad.
We have big issue with adolescents in Nigeria. You know, and I think that parents are failing in their responsibility. Schools are not doing what they're supposed to do. There's a lot of peer influence. I mean, in our time, you know, when we were young, if I may say so, you know.
You're still young.
Yes, you could imagine. There are certain things you just will not do.
You won't dream of it.
You know, because
you can't show up at
the
school
culture, the tradition was different at the time.
Yes.
But now we live in different times. a lot of influence from the internet,
Yeah,
social
because
media.
I mean, apparently some
Even
school
a girl-
students in
even a girl
abroad
of-
they wear makeup to
Even
school.
a
Yeah,
girl
but in
of
Nigeria,
13
we don't
years
do it.
wants
We
to
were
be a
allowed to
slave
in my
queen.
boarding school.
In your boarding
Everybody
school,
wants to be a
Layla
slave
said they were
queen.
allowed to wear makeup in her boarding school.
Yeah.
So it's
But
like,
yeah, we don't do
But then
that.
at the
Those
same
are our
time,
values.
it was still one of those things where it still has to be maintained. You could not
Yes.
go to school with red lipstick on, for example. If you
well,
were
could you
going
go with
to
lashes?
I don't think so. I never wore makeup to school, so I
Okay.
wouldn't know. But you were allowed to a certain standard, but you wouldn't go with lashes and long nails. You wouldn't go the way you're going out. You would go like, okay, you're going to
Which
school.
school was this?
Oh, that was.
All I know that
I
is
just
Oji
think
was
that
saying that abroad, some
for the
beads in the
child,
UK, 'cause Oji
there's
was
so
saying
many
abroad.
years you have ahead of you to wear all the lashes
Exactly.
you want, all the nail polish you want. You will be an adult soon enough.
And
There's no
as a
need
child,
for that
you'll
as a
also make
child.
mistakes. You're also very
Yes, all they
inquisitive.
have to do is send
and you're
her
also
home to
just
get rid of
wanting
that.
to do what you feel
It
is
did not
right.
need to escalate into this. It's dreadful.
Violence for no
There needs
reason.
to be an
Awful.
investigation for
Terrible.
this
And then
case.
filming a child and sharing that is completely wrong. That's
Yes.
somebody's child.
Absolutely. Well, let's head over to the UK now, where a Metropolitan Police chief who sent an unsolicited video of child sexual abuse via WhatsApp has been convicted of possessing indecent images on her phone. 54-year-old Superintendent Robin Williams was found guilty by a jury and is faced with being sacked after 36 years of distinguished service. Williams was at a gym class in February of last year when she was sent the video via WhatsApp by her sister, who was outraged by its content and wanted the person legitimate reason to have it, or that she had not seen the video and did not have reason to believe it was indecent. Robin was found not guilty of corruptly failing to report the image after the jury rejected the prosecution's claim that she had seen a thumbnail of the image and was aware of its serious nature, but failed to report it because she feared getting her sister into trouble. This is
Very unfortunate
Yeah,
story.
This keeps
very
coming up. You can't have some things on your phone for
Yes.
any reason.
very unfortunate, but
36 years of distinguished service.
Yeah.
yes.
Just going down the drain like that just because her sister sent her some inappropriate
Yes.
pictures. And of course, there's a lesson here for everybody.
Yes.
To know that what you put on your phone, what you retain on your phone could implicate you in a manner that could result in unexpected consequences.
And what you share, you cannot share smut. Even if you're claiming you're sharing it to get to the bottom of it or whatever reason, you can't share that.
But she claimed that she had not seen the
Robin
video.
Williams was not the one who shared.
No, she didn't
It was
share
her
the
sister.
sister.
That's what I'm
Sent
talking
it
about,
to
the
her.
sister. You can't
But
share
she
it.
did it
Don't
hoping
share.
that her sister,
Will get to the
because
bottom
she is
of
in
it.
the law, will get to the bottom
could
of
have
this.
gone to the
And she
police
could have gone.
station. Now she's got her sister in
Yes,
trouble.
but
Don't share it.
But the issue also is that she's claimed that she didn't see it, because she also said that if she had seen it, she would have she'll have gone ahead to take the appropriate measures to make sure that this case was reported.
And that's scary, because
So-
you know how, like, even on WhatsApp, if someone sends you a picture or a
Yes.
video, if you don't have your settings on to not have it automatically download, it automatically downloads. And that's what a lot of people don't
Don't know,
realize.
exactly.
So a lot of people don't have their automatic download switched on
Yes.
and end up with tens and tens and tens of disturbing pictures, images of absolute, and really and truly, they'll never know about it. And it's so scary.
Yes.
Because it can be
you could
avoided.
get convicted for that.
Yeah.
Yes, and I mean, like you said, an outstanding officer. She has been credited for so many things, for getting, the gay community into the police force. She's been credited for so many outstanding things.
And the fact that she's a
awful.
black person.
But then that's the outrage by a lot
woman.
of
Black woman.
Yes.
Diversity.
Black woman.
And that's the
The
outrage by a
Metropolitan
lot of the
Police.
police people. They're all saying that it seemed that they're against this black woman, and they are treating her the way that they are treating her because she is black.
could be.
It does look that way, to be honest
because
with you.
She has,
I'm
she
not
has
gonna
proven
dismiss that
herself.
argument.
Yeah, I
36
wouldn't dismiss
years,
that
and
either.
she's proven herself. I don't think that,
Thank
but
you,
let's
Oji.
leave it for that.
See you
Thank
again
you.
See you
tomorrow morning.
tomorrow.